What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest PixelOS based on Android 12L, and this is the 9 June 2022 build, and all the important files or the guide to actually flash this ROM will be linked in the description, so do check them out. And here, if you look at the changelog, you will see clean flash is strongly recommended by the developer, and we have to use a particular recovery, that is the Orange Fox recovery over here. If you tap here, you will see this is the Orange Fox R11.1_6, but this is still an unofficial recovery that we have to use if you want to flash this ROM, because this ROM is F2FS by default, and on this particular Orange Fox recovery, if you format data, afterwards your storage will be F2FS compatible. And I have already done that. I just went into the TWRP recovery, which I already had. Then from there, I just flashed this Orange Fox zip. That's how I got the Orange Fox recovery installed on my device. Afterwards, I just formatted the data again, rebooted the recovery, and just flashed the ROM and then rebooted the system. That's how I flashed this ROM. Right now, let me show you the home screen. Now, this is how it looks like everywhere. I do feel the ROM actually feels a much more faster fluid experience, and 120Hz is working flawlessly over here. Even in the quick setting panel in other ROMs I have seen lags and stuff, but here I don't see any lags as such. And even in the white theme, let me actually disable the dark theme, and even in the white theme the quick setting panel stays dark, but that's how it is. But overall, all over the UI, everything just stays buttery smooth over here. I haven't faced any kind of lags or stutters. The whole UI just flies, I would say. The storage is F2FS, that's why the whole UI's performance has improved quite a lot, and that is actually helping the ROM in flying through the UI, I would say, just much better than any other ROM because of F2FS, I feel. There are certain bugs that I have faced over here, which I'll show you right now. But other than those exceptions, the whole UI is just awesome. That's what I wanted to say. So right now, let me show you, you are getting this Pixel launcher by default. Let me actually show you the home screen settings. I'm using the stock launcher over here. As you can see, this is the Pixel launcher that you get. Suggestions you can disable over here, but this Pixel launcher does not have the double tap to lock anywhere in the home screen, of course. But here, there are a couple of bugs that are very annoying. That this subscribe account widget I'm using, yes, I have removed it a lot of times, and I have tried to add the widget over here. Then if I click on this refresh icon, just notice the UI actually force closes of the Pixel launcher just like this. Also, this bug is also present one more area. In the volume panel, this is how it looks like, and you can just increase decrease volume normally. That should work fine. But here, as soon as you tap on this device changing option, the UI will close, and as you can see, it happened again. It actually locked the device. Right now, if I unlock, and let's try, I have a Bluetooth device connected, if you're noticing. But right now, if I just tap here, the UI again force closes. Also, if I do that, you will see the Bluetooth icon has removed from right there. I have to reconnect it, then it will reappear. Just notice. So right now that icon appeared over there, and of course in the status bar you will see the Bluetooth battery icon and stuff shows up. That's not a problem at all. And even in the quick setting panel, you will see the Bluetooth battery status that also shows up. And here, talking about the quick setting panel, let me talk about it first. And here I have added plethora of toggles over here. You can edit and add multiple toggles, whichever you want to add. And here, let me show you which toggles that I have added. The Wi-Fi, mobile data and stuff normally are working fine. The flashlight and the dark theme, the auto rotate option is there. Then the night light and hotspot option is there. Then we have the always on display, and this is just a normal toggle. It doesn't have the AOD on charge. And here, let me actually enable that for the time being. And we have the airplane mode, the nearby share. The screen recording option is also there. We have the device audio and microphone audio recording at the same time. And all the Android 12L kind of animations, if you're noticing, are working perfectly fine. The heads up you can disable from right here. Battery saver is there, do not disturb, data saver, etc. And the Google Home smart home controls and stuff, they are working fine. Also, we have the extra dim feature, that is the Android 12's extra dim. And we also have the Moto or Dolby audio over here. Let me actually show you that. So here you will see all the presets and stuff. The Moto audio or the Dolby audio is working fine here. And we also get the live display. This is actually the normal live display, and the outdoor brightness mode is there. This actually makes the display plenty bright. So this feature is really handy. Also, there is the anti-flicker mode. This is actually the de-streaming, and yes, de-streaming is working fine with this toggle. And of course, in the power menu, you will get the advanced reboot. You can directly reboot to the recovery or system or fast boot from right here. Again, back to the launcher, we can swipe up to get the app drawer, and you can search for any particular apps. That should work perfectly fine here. And swiping down anywhere in the home screen will get you to the quick setting panel. They work fine too. And to the left of the home screen, again, we have the Google's Discover page, and everything. Just notice how smooth it is in scrolling and stuff. The Android 12 kind of clock widgets and stuff, they are working fine. Even the animations, just notice how smoothly it opens and closes. So yeah, everything is just buttery smooth. Talking about the Android version section, it doesn't feel interesting at all because it only shows the Android version as Android 12. And if you move this clock to like 12 o'clock, and it will show this doodle, of course. Let me go back. We have the security patch of latest June 5th, 2022, and we have the stock kernel as the Phantom kernel 4.14, and here is the build number. In the system panel, we also get a system updater. You can check for updates from right here, and we have the gesture settings, and here we will find interesting features like the quick tap or the back tap feature is there, and they work perfectly fine. I have turned it on and stuff. I have checked them. Like right now, if I do this, as you can see, quick tap detected, and swipe direct screenshot is also there. And if I take a screenshot from here, so there's the share, edit, delete, and the capture mode feature. And if you tap on capture mode, it will actually start taking a lot more area in the screen, and you can edit them out, of course, from right here with the Google markup. And there's the system navigation gestures. In the settings, we have the swipe to invoke assistant that works perfectly fine here, and we have the left edge, right edge customization. And if we scroll down more, we only have the gesture indicator and the haptic feedback. That's it. We do not get any kind of like the pill length or the pill radius customization over here. That's how it is. The 2-button and 3-button navigations are there, and for the 3-button we have the invert layout option. Let me go back. We have the one-handed mode, that too should be working perfectly fine, and we have the quickly open camera, the press and hold power button for assistant, and the enable advanced reboot option is there. Then there is the toggle torch of the like from the lock screen, and then we have the playback control, prevent ringing, double tap to check phone, etc. Let me go back. We also get the live translate feature right here, and of course you get the Gboard as the default keyboard here. Now talking about the customizations, this is PixelOS, so it's gonna definitely give you a lot more pixel kind of experience. So that's why you don't see any kind of separate customization tab, but there are some customizations inside over here, but don't expect too much customizations, of course. In the network settings, we have the network traffic monitor and stuff, but I don't use it. I use a separate app for this, and that is working perfectly fine. Also, let me actually show you the battery settings over here. This is how it looks like. And of course, you get to see the battery percentage right there. Then the battery usage you can see from right here. Right now, let me show you. I'm pretty disappointed that it doesn't show even the battery temperature. That is kind of disappointing over here, I would say. In other ROMs, you at least get to see the battery temperature. And in a lot of ROMs, you are also getting to see the like charging cycles and stuff. I don't expect those here, but I actually expected at least the battery temperature. Even that I cannot see over here. Kind of disappointing, I would say. Now here in the status bar icons, we have the battery style, and you can change this battery style to however you want to. And for the battery percentage, we can have it next to the icon or inside the icon. Now let's talk about the battery life. I have tested it with the Akku battery app, and with that I have got about 8.5 hours of screen on time. So that's pretty awesome, I would say. 8.5 hours of screen on time is really good. So yeah, no issues whatsoever with the battery life, I would say, on this particular ROM. And here if you check the health section, I have got about 93% health. That should be decent, I would say, but yes, it's a little less when compared to the ROMs like Nusantara and stuff. There I used to get a little bit better battery life, I would say, but that doesn't matter much because it's just slightly better. In Nusantara, I used to get 9 hours of screen on time. Here I'm getting 8.5 hours of screen on time, or 8 hours and 40 minutes of screen on time. That's it, nothing much. And here the fast charging is also working fine. No issues with fast charging at all. Let me go back, and here if you see the sound and vibration settings, this is how it looks like again. And in the volume panel again, this is how it looks like. You can expand it and stuff, and you can put the phone into volume like mute, and we have the live caption mode. But let me tell you again, this toggle, the like switching of the output sound device does not work over here. That actually force closes the UI. Let me scroll down more. We have the vibration and haptics, and there you have the haptic feedback intensity control. So that is really helpful, and we have the vibrate for calls. Let me scroll down. We have the ringtone vibration pattern changing option, and if you scroll down more, we have the default notification sound changing option. The Dolby Atmos settings are also there, and we have the dial per tones, the screen locking sound, charging vibration, etc. We have the in-call vibration options. The clear speaker option is also present. Then we get the Mi Sound enhancer over here, and we also have all these presets for the Mi Sound enhancer. I have been using it with the Youth Edition. With that, the sound quality via the headphone jack and Bluetooth as well was amazing. And the sound presets you can change from right here. And of course, there are the bass reduction, treble reduction, bass booster, etc. The smart scene mode is also there. If you're someone who is a music head, or if you watch a lot of videos, you can try these presets out. And we have the hi-fi audio option too. If you have a really great headphone, you can definitely use that. Also, there is this separate haptic feedback intensity level customization. This one actually works. I have tested it, and haptic feedback you can actually customize over here through this like seek bar, and that is really helpful and really handy, I would say. I use it like a little bit less than the medium one. So yeah, that works perfectly great for me. In the display settings, we have the brightness level, the adaptive brightness and stuff. And here in the lock screen, we have the privacy kind of controls, the show device control and stuff, double line clock, the ripple effect ambient display option, and the double tap to sleep on lock screen option is also there. And here we have the dark theme, the font size, the display size, and the icon manager is there. We have the headset Bluetooth extra icon controls from right here. Let me go back. We have the night light, the live display, and in here we get a lot of things like this outdoor brightness and stuff. The automatic and off option is there, and the anti-flicker or disdimming mode is there. The reading mode is also there that will turn the whole display grayscale like this. And we have the color calibration, the RGB control of the screen, and the hue, saturation, intensity, and contrast. So these are a lot of things that you can customize over here for the display's accurate colors. Now we also get the smooth display, that is the 120Hz display, and we have the force 120Hz refresh rate, and I have enabled all of these. And yes, all the time I have been running 120Hz, never faced any kind of issues at all. The whole UI just stays buttery smooth. And the auto rotate screen option is there, of course. And even we have this enable face detection and stuff for auto rotate too. You can turn it on if you want to. And we get both the double tap to sleep and the double tap to wake as well. The full screen apps option is there. Let me go back, and here inside wallpapers and styles, this is how it looks like. Again, I have been using a Wallpy app over here, and we have these accent colors depending on the wallpaper or the basic color options. The dark theme you can enable from right here, and the themed icons you can enable from right here again. And the app grid, of course, you can change up to 5x5. Right now, let me jump into the security, and in here, if you go into the settings of it, we don't get the quick unlock over here, but of course we do have the face unlock and fingerprint scanner both. So right now, let me actually set up the face unlock quickly. So we are done with the face unlock setting up, and you can actually change this to when swiping up on lock screen. Right now, I'll try the face unlock and fingerprint scanner both, but before I do that, I think it has updated, but actually let me actually search this over here. So it's inside this protected app, as you can see after I searched app lock, and inside over here we'll get the app lock, of course. And into this you can actually lock any particular app that you want to lock, and of course there are these Telegram app and stuff, and you can lock them. But let me actually tell you that the Google Photos you can't really lock over here for some reason. Like if I search photos, it doesn't appear. Now let me actually show you. I have locked this Telegram app. For some reason it's really opening in the background, but yeah, it's actually gonna lock. Let me actually show you that. After locking, okay, so for some reason it's actually opening in the background. Let me actually try it one more time. So yeah, the app lock is kind of working weirdly, but other than that it should work perfectly fine. And here always on display, this is how it looks like. The double tap to sleep on the status bar works. For some reason the always on display is blinking, but yeah, I can double tap, I guess. No, so the double tap to wake is broken, I guess. So let me actually try the fingerprint scanner speed again, and it's working perfectly fine. So here, if you're noticing, the fingerprint scanner is blazing fast, no issues whatsoever. It actually works fine. Somehow it unlocks, then just lock screen shows up. I'm not really sure why, but let me actually disable the always on display. Right now, if I double tap to wake, as you can see, double tap to wake with the always on display disabled actually works perfectly fine. Let me try one more time. So yes, double tap to wake and the double tap to sleep both are working fine if you have the always on display disabled. And if you tap the fingerprint scanner, it unlocks super fine, no issues. And if I double tap to wake, and right now I'm gonna try the face unlock. So if I swipe up, you will see there is that black border, and it unlocks blazing fast with the face unlock too. Just notice how fast it unlocks the device once again. And as you can see, it has unlocked. So yes, face unlock is not a problem at all. Even the fingerprint scanner works 100% of the time. Now talking about the basic things, yes, the IR blaster is actually working fine here. I hope you can see that. Also, the Safetynet passes right out of the box, so you can use banking apps without any problems here. The DRM info stays as L1 over here, so you can stream Netflix or Amazon Prime videos in 1080p without any worries. Right now, let me just open a couple of apps so that I can show you the performance and the benchmarks. I will show you everything. So first of all, let's open Chrome. So I have opened a bunch of apps over here, and if I open Chrome again in the test UFO website, it's working fine, like 120 FPS all the time. And if I switch between apps, it's working in perfectly fine. And scrolling and stuff everywhere in the UI, just notice how smooth it is. No issues whatsoever, even on Twitter and even on these like Chrome and stuff, it's working perfectly fine. This website is actually blank on the bottom. So yeah, but if you go here and just see the scrolling speed, super fine scrolling, I would say. And let me actually tell you, the benchmarks are really good over here. Here are the Antutu and Geekbench score and the CPU stress test on this particular build. Now this is almost time that I show you the stock camera of this particular ROM, that you get the MIUI camera. I feel this is the ANX camera because just look at the icon, it actually looks like ANX camera icon. And in here we have everything, manual video control and stuff. And in here we also get the 1080p 60 fps and the 4K 30 fps up to option. And in here we also have the normal video mode, of course. And if you want to shoot super macro mode photos and stuff, and of course super macro mode is also working fine if you're looking at it. And here in the photo mode too, we have all the ultra wide angle lens working super fine. The main camera is also working fine. Then the 2x telephoto lens, or it's not the lens, it's a digital zoom, that should be working fine too. And even the front camera, if you're noticing right now, is working fine. And in the portrait mode, even that is working perfectly fine, no issues whatsoever. And you can swipe up just like this, and you can do the documents kind of photos and stuff. And there is the vlog mode, the 64 megapixel mode and stuff is there. But let me tell you, in the 64 megapixel mode, if you shoot a picture in daylight or direct sunlight, it will force close the camera. That bug is still there. But yes, other than that, the slow motion bug is still there, and I feel the slow motion is still buggy. As you can see, the slow motion and the 64 megapixel is buggy, but other than that, so ANX camera is present by default, and that's just amazing. And this is how the stock dialer looks like. And if I place a call, this is the Google dialer, and here we also get the call recording option, so that's cool. And of course we get the Google Pixels unlimited backup over here in Google Photos. That's not a problem at all. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. That pretty much wraps this video up. This is the first ROM I have tried based on F2FS on the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and the overall experience of that was really amazing for me. Let me in the comments that if you guys are willing to try this ROM, and if you have already tried it, please comment down below how do you like it, and do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it again, and share this video with your friends if you feel like. This is Tito from KDN Tech signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye now.